Welcome to another lesson. This lesson, your worth, okay? Now, I've done other lessons regarding about how you get paid, bidding for a job and how much you should ask for when doing an announcing job, okay? Well, this is a little bit different than that. It is your worth. And not every event, and look, when you do big events, the budgets can be huge. You can get paid good money. But if you try to hold that and say, this is my rate, this is what I get paid, and then you get called to do some smaller events who don't have the big budget, you're not gonna get the same pay. So if you're off that week and you wanted to work that week, but they're not willing to commit to paying what you normally get paid at big events, what are you supposed to do? Well, I call those budget challenged events. And not all events work on the same deal. Not all events have the same budgets to work with. Not all events can pay announcers the big bucks that they want to get paid for TV announcing, live announcing, whatever the case may be. So when you're at a budget challenged event, you got to decide for yourself. Do you want to do this event? Is it more of a passion to you? All right? Is it all about what you're worth? Like, well, I'm not going to do this because my worth is X amount of dollars. Well, it's never the same, and it's never going to be the same. Now, if you only want to do just high-priced TV gigs, well, then sometimes you're going to be sitting at home on your couch, and that phone's not going to ring because you want too much money. All right? Smaller events aren't going to look for you because you think that your worth is a certain amount, and you're not willing to take less. Now, I'll tell you what. There's people I know that will hold it and say, that's my rate, and they will not work. And I know directors, I know producers who are that way, who've turned down basically jobs like the Olympics because they don't feel that they get the exact money they want. Not all budgets are the same. So you need to establish what your worth is. What is your worth? And one of the biggest things about your worth is don't compare what you're making to what someone else is making, because that is so taboo right there. Instead, why don't you prove that why you deserve this much money, because this is what you bring to the table. It's not about, well, I deserve this because he gets this and I do what he does, so I should get this too. No. The reason I want to get paid this amount of money is because I bring this to the table, I bring this to the table, I do this, this, and this, and I do that, and that's why I deserve to get paid what I get paid. So, when it comes to your worth, budget challenge events, sometimes you got to take less, and it's all about whether you want to take less or not to take less. For me, I love announcing. So I'll do major events like the Olympic Winter Games, and then I'll do small events that kids are competing in. Why? Because I love doing what I do, and I know not everyone can pay the same dollar. Now, that brings me to story time. All right, let's talk about story. All right, this is a good one. Working at a major event. All right, and I've been working for it for about 4 years, and I'm gonna leave this one nameless. I'm not gonna say anything about the event I was working for. Okay, so I was doing this event. It was probably way back in 2004 or something like that, doing a big event, all right? And I realized what I was getting paid compared to the fellow host announcer who I was working with on a daily basis. And it turned out he was getting paid a couple $100 a day more than I was getting paid. And we were doing the same job. So how is that fair? All right. So what did I do? I did the complete wrong thing you could ever do in a million years. I compared what I got paid to what he got paid and wanted to get his day rate. And I used that as my arguing and my tool to kind of negotiate what I was going to get. And you know what? That backfired so hard on me. The very next year, they tried so hard they were so close, this close to firing me from a major event that I still do to this day, that I will not bring up. But I almost lost that job. And that was one of the biggest jobs I had. And the reason I almost lost it, because I was a complete idiot and compared what I was getting to what someone else was getting. Instead of establishing my worth, because what I bring to the table should have been how I presented that. And who knows, I might have got paid even more if I would have did it that way. But I did it the wrong way. All right. Remember, it's not what you are worth, it's what you negotiate.